Hey guys, Motorcarnut here, and today we're discussing fuses and how to check them, make sure that they're good, and why they're all different sizes, and all of that good stuff. So there's a lot of different types of fuses. There's these small little ones that are common in the cars today. There used to be these. Sometimes they do have these type. All right, here, smaller ones. The older German cars used to have this type. All right. Then you have these known as like bus fuses, BUSS, and slow blow fuses. They're all basically the same. And the best way to check a circuit if you're suspecting that it could be the fuse is to, sometimes when you take them out and you look at them, right, they may look good. You see the filament up there may look good, but actually this one is blown. All right, so the best way to check them is with a multimeter. You put it on continuity, so when you hit it, you hear that noise, and then you test it. Let me just get clamps. Okay, I hooked up a clamp, and then you just test it. And basically you want continuity, obviously. You know that one's good. All right, now, they have numbers on them. See, 30, that means amperage. Here's this one, is a 5 amp. Okay, when you take a fuse out, you never replace it with something higher. All right, if it's a 5 amp, you replace it with a 5 amp. If it's a 15 amp, you replace it with a 15 amp. Let's say you have a 5 amp circuit, right, and they blew the fuse and all you got is a 30 amp. Right, you put the 30 amp in there, you can cause a fire. Or you could just blow the circuit out that the fuse is trying to protect. Okay? Now, you never do that. So it's easy, and in the car, they're in the fuse box. It's good just to pull them out because sometimes you can get a false reading. And the same thing with the bus fuses. These glass fuses. These are not on cars anymore. But if you want to test a fuse at home. Good. All right. Then we put it on. This one. Then we check it. You see? It's bad. Even though it looks kind of good. You can see that, but it's bad. It's either corroded in a corner somewhere or corroded or broken, and a hairline crack and you can't see it. Okay, sometimes you can test it in the car. You may have power on one side, you may hit a ground from another circuit and think the fuse is good. So it's always good to just pull the fuse out, isolate the problem. And here's a simulation. Let's say you have a short, or let's say the starter motor is shorting out and it blows the fuse. This is what it looks like when it blows it. I'm going to add power to it and you're going to see. You saw that little spark? It just blew it out. And basically, basically that's just like a circuit in the car. Can we see this one? You can't even see it, see? You can't even see that it's blown. Let's test this one. All right, let me hook it up. Okay, and then now we test it. And you have nothing. Okay, it's supposed to be like this. All right, so we test it. Nothing. So that's just always good. These are simple things, but believe it or not, if you're not familiar with it, it can cause you a whole bunch of problems. Simple things you always start with first. And like I said, in your owner's manual, you blow a fuse. You do not put a 30 amp. If you don't have the right amperage fuse, you just go and get one. All right, if you wanted to, let's say you're in the middle of nowhere and something blows, and you could always go a little bit lower, but don't go higher. In other words, if you have a 15 amp circuit, right? You got a 15 amp, you could put a 10 amp in there temporarily. You can go lower, never go higher, because when that fuse blew, it blew for a reason. And like I just said before, you put a higher fuse in there, it can blow the whatever the fuse is protecting, or cause a fire, or melt wires. You just don't want to do that. All right. So that's just basically a little, 101 on fuses, and they're simple little devices, but they're necessary in almost anything, and very simple. But sometimes they can be hard to diagnose. All right, guys, Motorcarnut, please subscribe, hit the like button. Any question pertaining to the video, leave it below. I answer all my questions, try to help everybody out. I appreciate it if you learned something, a super thanks, or a donation to the channel. Keep it going, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you really much for watching.